Hi guys. So if you couldn't tell, I'm pretty sick right now, bad cold, stuffy nose, but I just randomly decided to upload this, and this is my poop horror story. And if any of you watching this know me personally in real life, then I apologize if you're horrified and feel free not to watch this. There's also going to be mentioning of vomit, so just a little trigger warning for people. But anyway, just to set the stage, this happened like a week before my wedding. I'm not sure exactly the timing, but I was sick like the whole week right before my wedding in December of 2021. So basically, I have a diagnosis. I won't get into too many details, but I have a diagnosis where when I'm under a lot of stress, I get very sick. So this can be like stress, like studying for a test or something like that. Or it can be like happy stress, but like it's still stress. Like vacations. The last day of a vacation, I'll end up sick if I just overdo it. Something like that. So in this case, prepping for my wedding. This was a very happy time, but it's also very stressful. And the main symptom of this illness is vomiting. So I was sick with vomiting, and it was really bad. And another thing about me when I vomit, again, I'm sorry if this is TMI, but it's, if I can use the word violent, it's loud, it's violent, I know it'll wake up the whole household. And this will be important later on in the story for you to know that. So I was horrible sick with vomiting. The catch was I also had horrible diarrhea at the same time. So yeah, all around, this was not a good time. So at the time I was living, I was renting from my brother and sister-in-law, and I was living in a separate studio space, which is essentially like in their backyard, and it didn't have plumbing. So if I wanted to go to the bathroom, I had to go inside. The vomiting, I was just vomiting like in the yard. That was fine. So if I had to go to the bathroom, I needed to go inside, but like the throwing up, I would just throw up in the yard. So basically, I'm outside and I'm vomiting in the yard. And this is the type of vomiting, like I said, it's violent. Like if I'm not careful, I could fall over just from how hard I'm heaving. So I'm vomiting, and my husband, now husband, then fiance, he's just sitting in the studio on a chair. He was there to like cheer me up, take care of me, whatever. And I think we were debating an ER trip, because that's the other thing for me about this vomiting thing, is if I can't get it under control, I have to go to the ER to get hydration, like IV hydration and fluids. So basically, we were contemplating an ER trip at this point, right? And then I'm in the middle of throwing up, and I start feeling like, oh no, I'm gonna have to poop. And I'm just clenching, and I'm trying to hold it until I can finish vomiting and then get inside. Well, let's just say things did not go as planned. That was the day that I found out that vomiting and diarrhea don't mix, and it is very easy to lose control of your bodily functions. So in the midst of violently heaving, I just can't hold it anymore. My bowels just let loose, and I had atomic, like, violent diarrhea. And it was like the kind that's like just water. It was just like liquid, so I could just feel it like dripping down my legs. And I was wearing pajama pants, like fleece pajama pants, because like I said, it was winter. It was the most embarrassing thing, like in front of my fiance, and I'm like, he's not gonna want to marry me after this. Like, it was awful. So I started crying because I was mortified. I started crying, and I said something to the effect of, I just pooped my pants, and then I like ran/waddled into the house to get cleaned up. And it was horrifying. It was a very traumatizing experience. You know, I always wondered, people say, like, they poop themselves, like, adults. And I'm like, how does that happen? How do you poop yourself? Well, now I guess I've officially joined the club. But, you know, the good news is, he decided that I wasn't too much to handle, and, we are happily married now, and, he tolerates everything about me to this day. So, there you go. That is my humiliating poop story. If you made it this far, thank you for watching and listening, and comment down below your worst poop horror story so that I can feel a little bit better about myself. Thank you, and have a great night.